This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a good one in store. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico, Greg, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this start. East Rutherford. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Jets will take over for the first. The veteran quarterback plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent early in this game. Opening whistle.
Breeze Hall, and that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw is Taylor. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up 4th down.
A fair catch signal, and at about 18-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, and they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind, and here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience by center, that experience being in these moments before, that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense he's going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. It's Cousins. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Will McDonald in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a cliche, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Jets offense ready ready now for their second drive. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, open downfield is Ruckert. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Now, after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Handoff, here comes Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
Look wide. Get this one complete. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Taylor. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good, and the Jets will take a 3-0 lead.
Falcons nothing.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
And once he got his head around, he realized he was in danger. I mean, luckily, he was able to get rid of that ball before it turned into a negative play.
Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Cousins. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and down, Atlanta.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get forward for a couple. Will McDonald, third tackle.
40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now, faking the give. Headed left, buying time.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere and allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Quick throw there, and that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Really good discipline by the defender. So he was the read of that RPO. So if he plays the run, it's a pass. If he plays the pass, it's a... But he knew exactly what was coming. He kind of drew that pass, and he was there to make the play.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
A couple of third down conversions. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking, getting yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
A.J. Terrell on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Hall. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
At the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
On comes the punter now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At the 50-yard line.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Now Cousins on the bootleg. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
On the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Jets offense ready to take over once again. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for Tyler Johnson. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The motion man is Johnson. On the give, it's Hall. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now, Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Mason Taylor. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come to punt this one away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the first down before being forced out of bounds.
Pitts is the man in motion. A first down throw for Cousins. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins gonna throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Cousins to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
9. Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now on 2nd down. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
4. It's 3rd and 4. Throwing now, Cousins. That's to Mooney, complete right side. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a first down. It's 1st and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now how to find a way to finish this long drive, the touchdown.
Robinson. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
If If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing his Cousins. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
You can see the look on that quarterback's face. He took a big, deep breath. He knows he might have gotten away with one. He's trying to give his receiver a chance in the end zone to go get it. And the defender got there first. And fortunately for him, he didn't come away with the interception.
A 26-yard attempt.
The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throwing, Taylor. Rolling right.
Taylor on the scramble. Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall from the pistol. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jalen Walker there to make the play.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to Hall. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Taylor looking to throw. He'll look underneath for Hall. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Taylor. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
The line of scrimmage.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing already. What are y'all doing? What are we doing? Well, let's pick it up. Like watching paint dry.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Taylor. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
4th down.
I think the coverage deserves a majority of the credit for that one, Mike. I mean, up front, really nice job by the offensive line. The pass rush was completely stonewalled. skill players had all the time in the world to get open, and they were just blanketed.
And we will not have a return on this one. Ball's going to hit and continue out of bounds.
At their own 26.
The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. On 1st and 10, Cousins.
Cousins pass. Complete to Kyle Pitts. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. Cousins. Left side in the hands of London. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 44-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. They run over center with Robinson. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find the crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Now, Cousins. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Let's give a lot of credit to the defensive plan that this coaching staff has come up with coming into today's game. Every time it seems like the offense makes an adjustment, the defense counterpunches. Different looks, different fronts, different pressure packages. They have had all the answers so far, and the sacks just keep piling up.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Cousins. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Look, great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. It'll come back out to the 20. The Jets offense back onto the field for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
Now, Taylor. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
All right, so after that rough series throwing the ball, conventional wisdom says, hey, we got to come out, we've got to establish some run, we've got to mix in some runs. And while they certainly want balance, they don't also want to just become one-dimensional. So take easy throws, give your quarterback a couple easy completions, let him see the ball get complete, and it's amazing how quickly your passing game can turn around.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st down, Cousins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 7. Cousins. They're trying to set up a tight end screen with Pitts. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. It's a gain of 12. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Open man, he's got it. It's London. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. The catch is made, it's Agnew. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
First down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Toward the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, They cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Intended for Jamal Agnew. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So, the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Cousins out of the gun on 3rd down. Open man, he's got Agnew. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1? Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This will be from 47 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons will take a 6-3 lead.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Falcons.
Off the play fake, here's Cousins. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Robinson. Room to run inside the 40. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Atlanta.
It's a gain of 20.
The biggest element on a lot of these explosive runs, Mike, is can the running back make the first guy miss? That's exactly what he was able to do here, and it led to a big gain.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And here's Bijan. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
And he is going to have that Falcons first down as they are able to keep this drive moving.
First down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Atlanta.
On the ground, it's Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
A loss of 2.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
7 yards.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks very different.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now, Cousins. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one ball's incomplete.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal.
A 34-yard
This
attempt.
from 34 yards. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will extend their 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Jets take over.
The Jets offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He airs this one out, looking for Mechie. That is brought in. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
And the Jets.
A big play and a much-needed one as well.
At the 1-yard line.
It covers 51 yards. No touchdowns for either side. Maybe we'll get our first here. It's first, and he barrels his way to the end zone. Breece Hall, touchdown, New York. The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd.
Falcons 9.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 2. Cousins going to throw. Left side by Pitts. And he's out of bounds up the 45-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
First down, Falcons.
Pitts is the man in motion. Cousins now to throw on first down. Down at the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Cousins now. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Cousins. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing down, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, And man, the play-action pass just works off of that and into some chunk plays.
London brought in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he is going to have that Falcons first down. Able to convert. It was 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
I think this is one of those play calls, Mike, that really just comes down to understanding your personnel. You realize, okay, your back is not one of those big bruising guys running up the middle on 3rd and short. Instead, use the speed, use the vision, get them outside the offensive line, and let them find that space to pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9. Cousins. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Zane Gonzalez on to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Both teams ready to go once more. As the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They trail by 2. And will start this drive with 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Hayden Ellis in on that stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. He'll set up to throw. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete. Jeremy Ruckert was the intended target.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
And it's going to be 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
So he isn't able to move the chains, but I think this is still a great example to just point out that certain guys on the field earn the trust of their quarterback. And he wasn't even necessarily open, Mike, but he's still, hey, it's 3rd down. Give one of my best players an opportunity to go up and compete for the ball. And he's going to continue to get more of these 50-50 opportunities when he keeps coming down.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. And he's going to make his way out of bounds. That did not work his plan. Good size loss to take on 1st down.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways. When they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now, Cousins. Now, deep ball for London. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Like, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake, and you're not going to get away with it at this level.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. Give left side, here comes Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Taylor looking to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt. And although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete.
So it was actually a really good call to go to the RPO game against this zone defense. That's the look that you want to run it against, because what you're trying to do is there's one defender in conflict. Does he come up and try to tackle the ball, or does he stay in his zone? That's what you're trying to stress, and then it's just up to your quarterback to make the right read.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Here's Cousins. Now, deep ball for London. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
It's a gain of 35. And a Falcon first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Cousins throwing from the pistol. Left side in the hands of London. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Pitts is the man in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons will make it a two-score game as they are now up 9. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. To throw is Taylor. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Taylor. This one batted away. It's incomplete.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes, and once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Looking deep for Lazard, and that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
And a fair catch is taken and is just inside the 20-yard line. There's Kirk Cousins. He and the Falcons set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll motion the slot man right. They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Johnson. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Now, Cousins. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Brings up fourth down.
The Falcons getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
First and 10.
The Jets offense ready to get back at it.
Line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On the option, here's Hall. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Great job here by the defense, making sure that they have one defender responsible for the running back and one responsible for the quarterback. In this case, they decide to give it to the back. He's taken down for a loss.
Throwing, Taylor. Open man is Mechie. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
Good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the
Things certainly look a little
37-yard line.
improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Handoff. Here comes Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Second and 11. Here's Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 9.
Taylor. He airs this one out, looking for Mechie. And he'll score! Game on! John Mechie. Touchdown, New York. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will cut it to a 2-point lead.
19. Jets 17.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Agnew on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now Cousins on the bootleg. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And we got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with the conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And out. It's 4th down.
The Falcons send their punting unit out as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Jets offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Open is the tight end, Rucker. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
3 at the 45-yard line.
What you got? Come on, show them what you got. Show them what you got.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run it with Hall. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. and even 30 yards.
10 at the 16-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run. That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Looking middle, that's the tight end, Taylor. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run, it's Hall, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
It's a loss of
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. He's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
All right, fellas, one more time. Let's make a play here. It's going to be a good day, boys. Where's your car at? The play. Come on.
To throw is Taylor. And he'll take it on in. Down 9, Mitchell. Touchdown, Jets. Folk now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will up the lead to 5.
Makes the score Jets 24, Falcons 19.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Carter on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's Bijan Robinson. And the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This is 1st and 10. Throwing now, Cousins. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Cousins now. Short throw taken by Pitts. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down.
The crowd at MetLife on their feet for third down. Cousins. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Now, Cousins. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on down.
The Jets offense ready for this next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving him much of a shot coming in. But they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball. They're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.